It's the Andrew Fox Show. Tonight's guest,
comedian Alex Pearlman, YouTube sensation Carson Fox.
I'm James McLaughlin. Now here's your host, Andrew Fox. What you doing?
This isn't good.
What?
This isn't good at all.
What's not good?
Our analytics.
Like Google Analytics?
The show. People, the numbers, people watching. No one's watching. Welcome to the Andrew Fox Show, by the way. No one's watching the show.
I know.
You know?
I know.
How do you know?
I've been reading your emails.
But you don't have access to the Andrew Fox Show email.
I installed a keylogger for your protection.
What?
So when things go wrong, I can make them right. And I think I did that.
I'm not.
I invited someone here to make it right.
Excuse me? I told you you can't book people either.
This guy's gonna be really good for our analytics.
Who?
His fans are known as the Foxers.
No!
That's
why
right.
would you do this to me?
Because he's great for analytics. He's awesome. He's got a lot of Foxers out there. Give it up for the one and only Carson Fox.
What's up, guys? I'm on the Andrew Fox Show. Yeah.
Snapchat.
Yeah,
Yo,
Snap.
bros. Yeah, let me get some sweet sugar from this.
Hey, boy.
Yo, one more for Instagram. Yeah. Oh man, I'm so excited you came here.
I'm excited to be coming.
I am such a big fan of your channel.
I know. Everybody is.
Everyone is. I know. It's
every day, bro.
It's every day, and you're on the Disney Channel too.
Yeah. I was.
You were?
Yeah, I said some stuff.
Oh, man, you're crazy. You're always saying stuff.
I know. It's what people love about me. My honesty. I love my fans. Subscribe, like. We're here. We out here.
This is my brother, Carson Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carson Fox.
James, why are you cursing?
I'm just excited about Carson Fox. Carson, what was that? How was it like shooting that video where you did the social experiment where you made out with all those blindfolded girls?
Most of them were actually just one person who was actually just my mailman.
What?
Yeah, I did this social experiment where I'd like make out with my mailman and then like pay him for his silence.
Oh, my mom was really upset about that one.
He doesn't come by our house anymore. We have to get all of our mail through the next door neighbor.
And this is what tweens like to watch?
Yeah, they love mailmen. That's big right now.
It's really funny when you stole my girlfriend at prom.
Tammy, yeah, I haven't seen her since prom. I dumped her the second after I stole her. It was like
she was really special to me.
Not to me.
See, this guy knows chicks. That's the secret.
I know Tammy.
Yeah.
Briefly.
Man, the less you care about them, the more they want you.
I knew Tammy for like.
I love your pickup artist videos too.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have to get girls' permission to film them like that?
No, that's the thing. We do it in international waters on boats. Laws don't apply. Yeah, laws don't apply. It's sick. Like international waters.
You're the greatest.
How many views do you get on these things?
About 50 million.
50 million a video?
Yeah. Like per minute. Like that's how I measure all my videos. Like it's all per minute. Are you looking it up? Oh, I look good.
This one where you joined the Crips?
Yes, I did join the Crips.
Man, how's your merch moving?
You
have merch?
Yes, it's all blue now. Like it can't be red.
Does it sell?
Yeah. We sell it to tweens. Like parents are always like iffy. Like parents, they don't understand us Crips.
You have a video with a dead body?
Yeah, people hate that. But tweens love it.
What's this dead body thing?
Oh, it's so selfish. The dude is like hurting my subscribe. I filmed him for like a vlog and like don't curse kids. Language is bad. Don't say any words ever.
According to this article, you just lost your Nike sponsorship.
Swoosh.
You just lost Crate and Barrel too.
Barrel. How am I gonna hold stuff?
Is that a religious pendant there?
Yeah, I worship myself.
Oh.
Carson Foxers.
Yeah, all your sponsors are gone. Beanie Babies just bowed out.
Are we still scheduled for that
Yeah.
collab?
Yeah, rap with me.
You wanna
Rap with me.
rap with you?
Yeah.
You wanna do that some other time?
Like later?
Yeah, like later. You know, after all this dead body stuff.
Yeah,
blows over.
for sure.
You gotta go?
No.
Yeah.
I just...
Oh, your YouTube account just got demonetized.
What? So, I'm like your guest next week too, right?
No.
Like,
Actually,
because James and I are like a duo.
Mom and Dad just owned you. It says you're on HuffPo.
Mom and Dad always leak into HuffPo.
Yeah.
Ariana Huffington has been after Mom and Dad for years.
You should probably leave the country before the Crips come and the Bloods and the Latin Kings.
The Bloods and the Latin Kings.
Yeah.
You should join the Yakuza.
I'm big in Japan.
And the New York Times just wrote an article about you.
What did they say?
You're a little too close with your tweens.
It was international waters.
Oh. Yeah, my brother Carson Fox, everybody.
Buy my merch.
No, you shouldn't buy any of that merch. We'll be right back with Alex Pearlman. Hey, good luck with everything. And we're back with more Andrew Fox Show. How's your break?
My break was good. I had fun.
Okay. Our next guest, he can be seen at anime conventions and dive bars up and down the East Coast. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Alex Pearlman.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you so
Thanks for
much.
coming to the show.
Thanks. I forgot my koozies, so I'm wearing gloves.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, keep the
Oh,
label.
label in. They're
Label
not-
in, please.
No, they're not sponsors.
Yes.
If
and
you
that's
had
not
sponsors,
alcoholic.
if you had sponsors, we wouldn't be in a shack.
Shed.
Sure. It's kind of hard to tell. And what's the difference? What's the definition difference between a shed and a shack?
James would know. James.
Well, the Shack is what Radio Shack rebranded to.
Okay.
To stay cool.
Would if you think they still would be in business if they were Radio Shed?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They could have gone with Net Shed. And that would have been better.
Oh, man.
I would have gone to the Net
The
Shed
net
to
shed.
buy batteries for my dildo.
Yeah.
Go to the Net Shed.
That's what the net's used
When was the last
for.
time you were at Radio Shack?
Last time I was at Radio Shack was in the summer of '98.
Really?
Yes.
Dude, that's specific.
Yeah, I needed a new batteries for my Talk Boy.
Okay. Because you were tricking pizza delivery men?
Yes.
Is that what you were doing?
That was what I was doing.
Yeah.
It was a summer job,
Yeah.
and
Wait. So you were working there? Or no?
no, the tricking the pizza boy.
Oh, that was the job.
That was the job.
That was the job.
That was-
Okay.
I worked for an eccentric billionaire. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's isn't that the basically the plot line of what was that movie where there's the kid has a Macintosh computer and he forges checks?
The Social Network.
No. No, it's from like the 90s. No, it's from the 90s. It's like this, he has like a Macintosh, he basically robs a bank for $1 million. It's
Blank
called,
check.
Richie Rich.
it might have been Blank Check.
As a kid with the backwards hat.
Yeah, he had like a backwards hat and he's like, I have a Macintosh computer, and he like just...
It was me.
Yeah, it was you. There you go.
Yeah.
I think the last time I went there was to buy a Y splitter. There you go. Oh no, it was you. Oh, that was you.
Yeah. What were you doing?
I bought a Y splitter for my TV. It's
Yeah.
like a little connector, so you could hook up like 2 VCRs to one TV.
Oh.
Yeah, so that way I could just like record porno onto a blank VHS.
Oh, that's
tape.
really smart.
Yeah, learned it from my dad.
Yeah, you just came from work.
Yeah, I'm a Lyft driver.
You're a Lyft driver.
Yeah, that's my day job.
Tell the folks at home what a Lyft driver does.
That's like an Uber driver, but I don't like people. No, it's been pretty good though.
Yeah.
I turn my phone on and I close the porno and I
Uh-huh.
open Lyft and then I'm like, get in my car, and then I put my away.
Oh, okay.
That's the order.
That's your.
Yeah.
What's your rating?
My rating? I got
ratings?
I got a 4.9 right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what was the line?
I have no idea who the bad one was.
You can't tell who it is?
Actually, I'm relatively sure I do know who it was. It was this lady who wanted me to drive her 45 minutes away.
Whoa.
And she had her 3 kids in the car, and they were like fighting, and she just fell asleep. So I just turned on WMMR, the rock station,
Yeah.
and they were playing an AC/DC rock block, and I just turned it up, and at one point she woke up, she's like, "Can you turn it down?" And I was like, "No." And I just kept driving, and she was very, very upset.
Well, that was probably
Yeah,
her.
but I was just like, "Hey, I have an idea. Why don't you just lease a car, and then you won't have these problems?"
You get to rate them too?
Yeah, I get to rate them. So I usually give
Are
them.
you reckless?
No, I usually give everybody a 5 unless they, like, for whatever reason I feel wronged me, then they immediately get a 1.
What did that lady get?
She got a 1.
She got a 1?
Yeah, she got a 1. Yeah, her kids were eating in my car, man. It's my car. I don't
Can't
want
do that.
sticky fingers
So
everywhere.
did you have to stop and clean before you get
No,
in the
I didn't.
guy?
No, I didn't clean up. I was like, no, everyone knows.
And then if you go 45 minutes away, do you try to get another Is it worth the ride?
Yeah, I
For
mean,
you?
yeah. What I'll do is I'll just drive back to like Center City. I'll go back to like the middle of Philly. I don't even try. Once I'm like that far out in that type of area, because then you end up going like the next guy you get up. He's like, yeah, I'm going like an hour and a half to Lancaster, and I'm like, great. Now I live in Lancaster. And my wife's angry. She's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm with my other wife now.
No.
Yeah,
Do you have 2 wives?
not yet.
Okay. Well, you just recently got married, didn't you?
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
And you had a interesting honeymoon.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah. Is that you tried to set me up for the interesting honeymoon? Yeah. Yeah. No, I know. It's alright.
Greece?
Yeah, we went to.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is how they do it in the big boy shows. You know that they get a comedian on. They're like, "Hey, will you do your bit now?"
That's what
you want.
I'm doing.
Yeah. All right.
Don't try to tell us how to do it.
I'm not telling you. I'm gonna just explain to the audience on whatever local access this is, or
Yeah.
YouTube or Twitch or whatever. Put your dick away and let me tell you about my
Please.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you're watching this on your phone while you're Lyft driving, keep it out. You know, get a 6-star.
Really?
Yeah, that's when you shoot yourself in the face while you Lyft drive. Yeah. If you still have the pull to shoot a rope in your own face while you're driving a Nissan Versa Note through Center
That's
City,
6 stars.
Philadelphia, 6 stars, baby.
Did you do that on your honeymoon?
No. This is my favorite interview I've ever had. And I've had a lot of jobs, so I've been interviewed a lot.
Oh,
Sure. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
No, let's talk about the grease thing. I don't remember. I don't remember the bit at all.
Was there an ATM?
No, yes, there was. No,
James there.
James was there. He was hiding in a mirror in the background the whole time. Yeah. No, we went to Greece, and we went to Turkey, we went to Croatia, we're on a cruise ship, it was pretty nice.
What'd you think of the Greeks?
See, you're overly setting it up now. What do you think of those greasy Greeks?
Story, do you?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
You're
right.
a comedian. Right?
That's too much. Sure. You got real Bobby Moynihan at that point right there. You're a comedian. You're funny.
You ever lost a sock in a dryer?
I feel like you guys aren't giving. I feel like I'm on a 6-lane road and you're like, merge!
You're a
Just
Lyft driver.
full. Yeah, I know.
You need the
That's why I went
practice.
with the metaphor.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so yeah,
That should help.
we went to Greece, and, their economy's terrible.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a terrible economy. They don't have any jobs over there.
No.
Yeah.
So they don't have Lyft drivers?
No, they don't have Lyft drivers.
What do they have?
They have donkeys.
Oh,
I'm dead serious. We went to this island and they had donkeys everywhere. And I was like, oh, and so we pull up on the boat and it drops us off at the dock. And it's Santorini's the island. It's a beautiful, well-known island. A lot of tourists go there from all over the world. I wish you had a bigger audience. I'd be looking at them. So,
Just two guys.
yeah, the cameras are there. But no, so I'm at, we pull up to the dock and there's this giant cliff face and there's steps and there's 1,200 steps.
1,200.
1,200 steps.
That's how I would die at 10.
You counted them?
No, they tell you. They tell you. You pull up and they're like, do you want to take the steps? There's 1,200 of them. And they have like a,
How many steps to Lancaster?
I'm not wearing my Fitbit. But no, so they like it's 1,200 steps, and you can take donkeys up, or they have like a what's those like not a gondola. You know those things that are like it's like a box that hangs from strings, and then you can ride them up.
Ferris wheel.
No,
Sounds like a gondola.
yeah, I think a gondola is the word for it. But I was also in Venice, and those are different things there. Gondolas are boats that like a guy yells at you in
I think
Italian.
they're referring to the roof.
Yeah, but what are they called? It's like a
Cable
skyrocket.
cars.
Cable car's a good one.
Cable cars.
But no, in San
Trams.
Francisco, those are on the ground. Tram's probably a good one too.
Guys,
Ski lift? Let's just go with ski lift, all right? It's an enclosed ski lift, and it's like €12 a person to go ride up this thing. So I get in this line, because it's 3 cruise ships get off at the same time. So you got like 9,000 people are trying to get up this cliff face.
Oh man,
And so I went.
deaths.
Huh? There's not at that time.
That's good.
Well, if there was, they don't count them because they're lazy Greeks. So anyway, I'm waiting in the line. I get to the front of the line with my new wife. I just picked her up that morning.
They do that.
Yeah, the Greeks. Yeah, I just showed up and they're like, "Take my wife, please." So I get to the front and I hand the lady my credit card and I'm like, "2," and she goes, "No card, only cash." And I was like, "All right, well, where's an ATM?" She's like, "Up top." I was like, "What the?" So there's like 3 restaurants down there. So I'm going from like restaurant to restaurant and being like, "Hey, how about like I get a bottle of your Greek beer for €3 and then you charge me €26 and then I'll have €20 and I can go take the tram or whatever."
Yeah.
And no one would do it.
Not
And I'm like
common.
offering free money. I'm like, I will give you free money to just make this. None of them would do it. And there was no ATMs down there. And then like there's donkeys you can ride up to take the steps. And like people do it and it's terrifying. And because you just see these Greek guys just screaming at herds of donkeys. And then it's not like they're like in a trail or anything. It's just loose donkeys. And then he follows you behind with a whip. And he's like, "Go, donkey, go!" And you're like, "No!" And your wife just vanishes. You're like, "I'm free!" But so I go to the donkey guys. I'm like, "Hey, I want to get up, but I only have a card." They're like, "No card, only cash," which that made sense. That at least made sense. But also, it didn't, because this was in 2015. Like, Square readers have been around forever. Like, I performed at conventions over the years, and like, anyone with an iPhone can get a little dongle, you put it on the damn thing, you swipe the card, you got my money.
Yeah.
I'm like, so I'm here in this culture that has no money.
It's an ancient culture.
An ancient culture, but also one whose whole baseline at this point is only tourism. Be accommodating to tourists. So finally, I trick my wife into walking up all 1,200 steps.
Yeah.
In the middle of which we discover she has asthma. And by we, I mean I did not know that my wife had asthma.
Well, you just met her that day.
Yeah. Whereas around step 620, she like stopped and she's like, "I have asthma." And I was like, "I guess I'm a widow." So we, but we finally got up to the top, and then I'm like, now I'm pissed. It's my whole thing is like I need to find an ATM at this point.
Yeah.
And I went around and I found 4 different ATMs that didn't have cash. They did not have, the ATMs were empty. And they were off. They just off. And I finally ended up having to go to a grocery store, bought a pack of gum, and was like, "Yeah, I want cash back, €100. That was how I finally had to do it.
That's how you did.
That's how I finally got the cash. But that's why their economy's terrible, is because they just don't try. Yeah, well, all the Greeks that ever tried moved here to open diners.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so all the ones they left behind, those are all just lazy Greek cousins. They're like, "We invented philosophy and democracy and gay sex. We're done."
3 pretty good things.
Yeah. I gotta say, the top 5 list, those are like the top 3. Yeah. Notice that not all 3 of those things though end up being like not productive for your day. You're like, "Oh man, I had a deep thought. You want to talk about it for 7 hours? Sure. Oh, we need to get this thing done. Oh, you want to take a group vote and argue about it for a bit? Oh, I want to have kids. You want to have sex with a man?"
We're gonna do that, and we'll be right back right after this. Alright, we're back. We're the Morning Fox Show. We're sitting here with Alex Pearlman. Hilarious story about the Greeks.
Thanks. It's the way you say "the Greeks" that makes
Is that
me
bad?
feel.
Is that bigoted?
I just feel that by the end of my last story, that like I became like a symbol of the alt-right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it started out like, "Oh, this guy's kind of funny." By the end, they're like, "He's one of our Jews."
Are you a race realist?
And I am not. I'm not. No.
But you have so much fun with your wife, it seems.
So much fun you didn't discover she had asthma.
Yeah. No. I have a lot of great fun with my wife.
Yeah, like you like to watch movies together?
Yeah, we just watched. It just snowed here.
Yes.
There was a lot of snow, so you couldn't leave, couldn't lift drive.
couldn't do a damn
So we
thing.
watched all the Harry Potter movies.
In a row?
Well, yeah. Well, we watched them in order for the first time because
Okay.
usually like you catch Harry Potter, it's on.
Yeah.
So you're watching like, oh, it's Harry Potter 3, and they're like, oh, now another Harry Potter's coming up. You're like, oh, cool, and they're like, here's Harry Potter 5. You're like, what happened to 4? You never watch them in order because you know what happens when you do.
Get your act together, ABC family.
Yeah. You know what happens though? Is
What?
you discover that Hogwarts is the worst school in existence.
It is.
Yeah, it's a terrible school.
Tell us.
I will.
Yeah?
This is how you merge onto a bit. No, like I was sitting there watching. So you watch the first one, right? And they introduce all this different stuff. Like here's Hogwarts. We got a sorting hat because we want to make sure that we segregate our children by their wants and needs. All right, that's an amazing thing right off the get-go. They don't just have a general class. They're like, no, you're all gonna. This is how we're gonna pick your sleeping arrangements.
I wish I had that hat.
Yeah. So then they do that, and then then they introduce Quidditch, which is like right now they're debating in schools whether or not kids should even have contact football because of CTE, right? Which is the brain thing that Chris Benoit had when he murdered his family.
Who's that?
That's the thing. Yeah. The wrestler, Chris Benoit, he got hit in the head a bunch of times and he killed his family, and then all those other guys that say it's called CTE, right?
So if you say CUFCTE.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're like talking about like maybe kids not like making full contact football, maybe just flag football,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
These kids are playing Quidditch, they're on brooms, 50, 60 feet in the air. And the job one of the kids' job is to be a bludgeoner. He has a stick he hits other kids with. No pads, all they have is gloves to hold onto the bludgeon stick harder.
No.
You know, and they're just whacking these kids, they're falling off, and like there's not even a net underneath them.
20 years later, Will Smith's making a movie about it.
Oh yeah, he did do that. That you called me out. I was thinking Bright. That was my first thought. I thought you meant Bright because it has orcs and shit.
What? Oh, yeah.
On Netflix.
Oh, I interrupted your story.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It was good. It was a good merch.
Poor reference.
No, but they don't have a fucking net.
They should have a net.
But one of the later ones, one of the kids falls and breaks every bone in his body.
Good lord.
Yeah, and they're just
What
like,
happens to him?
they pour some potion down his mouth. They're like, you'll be
Right?
You'll be fine in 2 months,
Oh,
which is
okay.
how long it takes a regular person to heal.
So what's
Like it's not magic;
Yeah.
it's dumb magic. Also, the other thing that drove me crazy with Harry Potter is it's set like they don't really play it up in the movies, but from the books, the last movie takes place in 1998. Right? It's supposed to be 7 years of his life, so the first one starts in like 91, 92.
Okay.
So think of all of Harry Potter. All the classes they took, right? Potions, defense against the dark arts, more Quidditch, whatever the other they're doing. Not once, 1992, 1998, these kids go through all of middle school and high school. They don't get one typing class. These kids don't understand the internet.
Yeah.
They don't. It's 1998. They have no idea what a computer is. At one point, one of their professors is sitting there talking about Muggles, which is their racist term for non-magic people, which is a weird thing, by the way. That she came up, she was like, "I need to come up with a term that's like racist but not." And she's like, "But I'd be British about it, Muggle."
That's smart.
So he's talking to this one girl. He's like, "Well, your parents are Muggles," and she's like, "All right." She like takes it and internalizes it right in front of everybody. What do they do? She's like, "They're dentists." And he goes, "What's that?" And I was like, "What is the school teaching? It's a religious school that doesn't follow like any sort of baseline doctrine, and it doesn't meet any standard expectations. These kids are just going to end up being like on the welfare rolls, and we're going to support them because they want a religious education." I'm just saying.
Happened at Hogwarts.
Yeah, dude. I'm saying no wizard left behind. Let's make sure these kids get tested. We'll pull them up. One of the kids gets petrified for a month.
Petrified for a month.
Yeah, there's a snake basilisk thing comes out through the Chamber of Secrets. He sees it, he gets frozen, and they're like, the potion will be ready for a month. They'll be like, all right, we'll get him in a month. And then later you find out that same happened like 50 years ago and a kid died, and they're just letting it run loose. It's a terrible show. And then on top of that, it's terrible. And then on top of that, they start throwing around that Muggle thing. Got me because later in it, they're like the Voldemort shows up and all of his people. And they're all alt-right their blonde hair and their blue eyes, and they're pulling down statues or keeping them up. I don't remember. And then like the one kid, Draco Malfoy, right? He's supposed to be the bad kid the whole time. Mm-hmm. He just starts calling Hermione a mudblood.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm like, you didn't even make that term
This
up.
is public access.
Yeah, no, I know. He calls her
I have to believe it.
all right. He calls her a mudblood.
Yeah.
And then he calls her a half-breed. I was like, dude, that's not. You didn't make up a new term. What happened to the funny little British terms? Like, oh no, look at her. She's a curriculum. Like that would have made sense. And then I'm like, oh, that's a terrible term. He yells in front of a teacher. The teacher's like, ah. That was his reaction. That was his reaction. He's like, well, that's true.
So what should you do?
She got like real upset and grew up and became famous.
What should we do about Hogwarts?
I think we should close it and make those kids go to like it feels like one of those weird online schools that isn't regulated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like a
Yeah.
University of Phoenix.
Yeah. But also the other thing too, people always watch it, then they're like, oh no, they're in like a different world. It's the wizard world. It's not. It's just like sections of our world we don't see.
But don't they have to live amongst the Muggles?
Yeah.
So they do need computer training.
Yeah, they need all this basic like they don't know how to drive a car. Like there isn't driver's ed. There isn't any sort of sexual education whatsoever. All they do is walk around being like, all right, this is how you make love potion. Which is just roofies. Like they're teaching kids how to make roofies in their chemistry course.
And they're clearly taken from Nutty Professor.
Yeah.
It's unoriginal.
Yeah.
I never knew this 90s time frame.
Yeah, no, the whole thing, because that's when she started writing it. So J.K. Rowling was like, all right, she started writing the books in like 98. So she's like, well, I know what the world was like from 98 back.
Yeah.
Because that's now.
So like in the earlier movies, there's a lot of like good vibrations and like music.
Oh, I was thinking like the Beach Boys.
Oh,
like,
I'm
what
sorry,
did you
Marky
think
Mark.
the 90s were?
Marky Mark, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, but it's the British 90s.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like the 80s.
There's a lot of Oasis.
That's 96.
That's like midway through the series.
Yeah. But no, they really don't have any of that because they're too busy. Also, their entire school is Pet Shop Boys?
Yeah.
That was the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for finally chiming in.
Yeah. I do want to point out though, their entire school is lit by open flame.
Ah, much like this.
Yeah, much like this shack.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they do the whole time. Like they live in the 90s. Like they don't have electricity in their homes because they're like, oh, I'll just wave my hand and the candle will go out. It's like, dude, just get a light switch. You're done.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So how many stars would you give this series?
The whole series?
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, I wouldn't give it 6.
Yeah.
You know, maybe 5 to 1 is probably how it's gonna go. So I'd say probably when you're watching it, the first 2, you're like, these are 5-star, and then the middle one's like 1 star. Where are we going with this? And then the last one, I'd probably go back to 5. But then I get upset because everyone's like, oh, Snape's great. He's nice.
So it's like a 4.9.
Yeah, 4.9. Yeah, it averaged out to a 4.9. I'm Harry Potter.
You're Harry Potter.
I am.
It all comes full circle.
Yeah.
Hey, where could the people out there find you? Do you have a presence?
I do. I have a web presence.
It's going to be right here.
Right here. All right. You can find me on Twitter at Alex Pearlman. I also have a podcast I do with my good friend Satoyo. It's a race and politics podcast, comedy podcast called Them Boys. That's spelled with an S at the end.
Yeah.
Not with a
What's
Z.
this all about?
What?
This
about
podcast.
Race and politics.
Race and politics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
How long has this been up?
We've been doing it about 3-4 months now.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's
Just the
cool.
2 of us. We're on there. He's black, I'm white.
Oh.
We Ebony and Ivory together.
You're much like me and James.
Do you have any mudbloods on this?
No, we interrupt you mid-plug, please.
No, I was done.
Okay,
I
that's
was done.
it.
No, him asking me if we have mudbloods on the
So
podcast.
Twitter and the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I have I have like YouTube and stuff, but you can just Google that.
Google it.
Yeah,
Put
at
Google
Alex,
under
just
your-
Alex Pearlman. Just look me up. You'll find me.
You'll find them.
You're not gonna.
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. This has been a pleasure,
It's a
and
great
I
time.
hope you guys come up to Fire Code eventually.
We'll do, baby steps.
Baby steps. No. If we touch, the world collapses. You know that, right? This is.
Stop it.
There we go. That's what you guys do. All right.
Alex Pearlman, everybody. We'll be right back. Well, that's our show, everybody. You stay happy and healthy. Okay? Good night.